Hello, 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 and welcome. It's me, Richie. And we've done this once or twice before, however, today is going to be a completely different thing. That's just the nature of improv performance. It's ephemeral, it's hustling, it is based off of your suggestions. So, with that in mind, if you're in the chat, go ahead and give a little thumbs up. Why don't you? And I can talk a little bit about what we do here on this type of performance. So, improv art. Why? What is it? Why would you do it? What it is something that looks like this. We get a heck of a lot of suggestions from our friends in the chat, and they kind of just throw suggestions out there. In this case, someone said Gordon Ramsay, so we used his hair. We've also incorporated Harry Styles, a couple of flamingos, maybe, is that 4 of them? An eggplant wearing suit guy. It makes sense in my head the way I said it. And of course we have Abraham Lincoln as a sand sculpture, airplane dropping spaghetti off into a shark's mouth, and it wouldn't be complete without a rainbow. Oh, and a wonderful dog with the racing stripes on it. So that's kind of how this works. It's completely based off of your suggestions, and as I go through these, you can kind of take a quick look at some of them. This was a really fun one to do. Someone suggested camping, so we did some camping, and you know, you can't camp without s'mores and all the smoke that comes from the campfire. I had gone camping not too long ago, so I stuck myself in that one, up in the corner. And then of course we have 2 bears that are smarter than the average bear. Going forward, we have some long-form ones as well. Long-form, what does that mean? It means it takes me generally more than 2 hours to throw onto the canvas and then touch up after I leave the chat. But in this one here, we had a heck of a lot of great suggestions. This was a Mall of America that we retextured, relit, and threw a lot of fun Americana into it as well, and some not-so-Americana as well. So we had a great time with this one. We even had some Minecraft nonsense in the background down here. So, and then even going forward, sometimes you don't like them as they go on, but in the end 30 minutes, they turn into something that's really cool, and that's exactly what this piece was. The Chaos, the Hell Moose, was a really fun one. This is one of the early ones I did, and then I wonder if I loaded the deck up with Windy Shoulders. I didn't, but I can bring that right back up. We have a wonderful piece that's up for auction called Windy Shoulders, which I have done. It is this exact piece, by the way. It's 16 by 12, and if you go to the auction, you can go ahead and bid on this and the package that it belongs to. So, without further ado, if you would, just give a little thumbs up in the chat, and we can be on our way. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get into the broadcast here. Hi, I'm down in the corner, and I'm banging my knees into the desk, but we're going to have a really good time here. So, this, what is it? It's a pineapple, and he's been cut in half. We didn't start off with that. We were just kind of messing around earlier. The start of all of these, of course, starts with a new canvas, and we can go ahead and start thinking about what we could populate this with. Whatever, anything. Typically we would start off with a location, but I don't think locations are the best thing to do today because food has been on the brain, so I think I would like to start off with some food pieces, and while I wait on that, I'm going to go ahead and get a picnic bench in here, because that's the way I feel like doing it. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a picnic bench, and while y'all populate the chat with some food items, maybe it's something that you had for lunch earlier today. Maybe it's something that you haven't had in 50 years. I don't know. But while you guys think of that stuff, I'm going to go ahead and get myself a picnic basket. Picnic table, rather. I have Yogi Bear on the brain, too, I guess. Picnic baskets. Hey, boo-boo, you want to go steal some picnic baskets? Now, this is an interesting product by Uline, but we're not going to go ahead and get that. We just want some images. That was a folding picnic table. I swear they're not sponsoring us, but maybe they should. Alright, now we're looking for something that isn't from a high vantage point, but not so low that it's at table level. We're going for the perfect picnic table right here. That's a good looking one. I wish it wasn't cropped off though. Maybe if it is cropped off, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I actually kind of like this as well. This is our picnic bench. Copy that. And it looks quite small, but no matter. Part of this is realizing that you're never going to have the perfect image asset. You're going to have to do a little bit of tweaking to everything that you grab off the internet. And that's actually a good thing because it kind of saves you, it kind of makes you be creative. I'm looking for anyone in the chat to start go ahead and dropping stuff in. Otherwise, I'm just going to start dropping my own things in, which is something that I have done as well. But, you know, it's just nice to see other people suggest it, and that's just how it goes. And we just keep cutting things out. Do-do-do-do-do. I think I brought out the Yogi Bear references a little strong today. Get rid of the rest of the background, and from here on out, I wonder if this will work. We can select the subject, and it might take out the background stuff. Look at that. Did a pretty okay job. We can go ahead and get some of these last items out. And one last little triangle, and now we have a picnic bench. Alright, now I'm drinking some wine, and what is a picnic without a little bit of wine? So I think what we gotta do is go ahead and get some wine glasses, stemless, because of course. Ooh, and Alana Elise. Welcome, Alana, it's good to have you. Always a pleasure having Alana in the chat. I like talking to Alana. Alana's so smart. And she wants to see some mushrooms too. And I'm going to do her one better because we're not putting the mushrooms on the table. We need some like, let's see what this says. We might learn some stuff from Wayfair if it was labeled. Ooh, here we are. We're going to learn something. We're going to learn the types of mushrooms. Fly agaric. We're gonna add one of them in, but we're gonna scale it up and make it a tree. Yeah, I've been playing some video games with mushroom trees lately. I love the mushroom selection. So what we're gonna do is select these two guys right here. Select subject. I'm showing you some tricks here. Select subject is not something that too many people know about, but everyone should if they're going to be messing with Photoshop. Yeah, and then we bring this into the foreground. Ooh, a nice little picnic at the microscopic level. And let's go ahead and get some more mushrooms. Like, we can have a nice variety of culture here. We said this print, green crackling rusula. Green crackling rusula. We're learning a heck of a lot about mushrooms. Hey, and look who we got here. We got 7 people in the stream. So if you're new to the stream, basically what we do here is a lot of improv art, and we're doing a little food-based picnic here on the microscopic level is what it seems. We're going to copy this image. Said copy this image and paste it right in. Ooh, we don't need to do the color balance yet, but we're going to paste her right in. And we'll select the subject right again. So if you have any food suggestions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. We're excited to have more than just mushrooms. You can get as wacky or crazy or wild as you want. We have a lot of good food in Chicago, I know, and you know that well. You know that as well. So anything that you can think of, anything to your heart's delight that you could bite down and ingest. Yeah, just throw that into the chat. This is going to be right in the bottom here. We're going to give it a little bit of a lilt. And these 3 are doing all right. I was getting some wine glasses. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and paste the auction link right in the chat as well. Because while we're all on the internet, it's good to support our local theater who's hooked us up with this fantastic, if I do say so myself, live stream. We're making some art and we're having a good time here, and they do a lot of work to help me do that stuff. So go ahead and check the link in the chat, and also start giving me more food items, and in about 5 to 10 minutes we'll move on to our next suggestion. And while we do that, I'm going to keep on looking for mushrooms. Porcellini. I butchered the spelling on that. Yeah, porcellini mushrooms. And this is gonna cover up some stuff too. I did not expect this to be the mushroom stream. We're going to copy that image, and we're going to paste that right in. Filter, select, subject, and poof. And we're going to mess with the perspective on this just a touch. Try to hide that leaf a little bit. Alright, so in the background, we're going to need some stuff. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if, like, this was a picnic full of decomposers and we had, like, people on it? That would fit the Twilight Zone theme, too. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be a lot of fun. Smelt, says Kate S. Alright. Yeah. All the way from Norway, I think. Where's Smelt's from? I don't know where they're from. I always thought they were from Norway. I could be wrong. It could be a North American thing. I don't know. And you know what? I think what we're going to do is copy that and not use it the food way we thought we were going to. We're going to throw that right in there. And we're going to go full on SpongeBob inspired here. We're going to select the subject here, and I always do that. Delete the background. We're going to get ourselves a guy here. Oh, they're from Lake Michigan? Jeez, okay. I'm learning things about our own city. Well, I mean, Lake Michigan is part of a lot of cities, but let's see. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a picnic guy. And that's all we're going to search. Picnic guy, 60s. We can get a lot of good photos of this. We don't want a guy on the ground, of course. Watch, it's gonna give us, like, guys in their 60s. Yeah, there we are. How wholesome. I love this. We're gonna copy that. And, I know this looks like gobbledygook right now, but trust me, the process is what it is for a reason. We're going to bring that right to the front. We're going to see if we can select the subject here. I think I've used this photo before, but we're going to make it our own again. Yeah, alright, so we're going to get rid of all of these youngins over here, and Mom. Sorry, Mom. And all we want is Mr. Man here and all of his grilling accessories. So we just kind of sneak in here and grab the shoes. We can go get a little sloppy with the grill because we'll cut that out later. Sloppy with the grill. Always make sure to wash your grill. Or at least scrape it down, of course. Oh, and you know what? We're gonna do something fun with this barbecue as well. There's not a chance we're missing this opportunity. Yeah, we might get pretty dang Twilight Zone in here. We're gonna have so much fun, y'all. Oh boy. So, with food on the mind, I guess I could tell you a little bit of an embarrassing story. Well, two things happened. One, I managed to burn tortillas in my oven, and it stunk like burnt tortillas for days. That's the ADHD brain going there. Forgot they were in my oven. And then the second embarrassing thing was I really messed up this. Let's see, what if we copy and paste that and get rid of everything else? Yeah, that's not what we want. So we're going to Control Z a few times, and we're going to try again. Yeah, so I bought a pineapple the day before I went to a wedding, and I was kind of out overnight, and this pineapple had a wound on it. And you can kind of guess where this is going. We had fruit flies when I got back, like a couple generations worth, and I was so upset. So I've been on a warpath for these fruit flies. Excellent, yes. Thank you, Alana. Fundraiser link is also in the description. Alright, so that should be enough to copy and paste and delete the layer behind. We're going to cut this guy's head off real quick. This is such a good stock photo. I don't even know if it's stock. Probably is stock. And you can see what we're doing here. I kind of like him with the tail coming out the back, but it would need to be executed differently, so we're just going to go ahead and say, bye-bye, tail. Now you have human body. And this is what we call a reverse mermaid. Blub, 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 blub. That's how they would speak. Or and we can just combine the two of the. What I want to do is change the coloring on that guy a little bit. Take the saturation down a touch. Nah, we're gonna keep it like that. Two of those, merge them together, call it a day. Merge layers, lovely. I love the way that's kind of framed here. Look at that negative space. That's fun. We can take this up a touch. And get these mushrooms out here. Maybe make them bigger. And we do need to populate this and give it a background and everything. Hey, and we have climbing trees. I don't know who you are, but you sound fun. Climbing trees? I climb trees too. Just don't fall out. Yeah, I like the way this is looking. So why don't we go ahead and get ourselves our next subject. I want you guys to think of anything that could, any kind of decomposers, things that will eat, like dead matter, like vultures or whatever. And I think vultures will be the first one since I kind of just gave that, but we're gonna get a lot of cool stuff in the chat. I bet probably lots of bugs. I imagine. Ooh, Ilana says snails. All right, Ilana is so smart. Look at that. She had that ready. Snails. Yeah, because we're gonna have fun with this. We need the right image of it. Oh, this guy's hungry. You know he's coming to the picnic. Copy. Oh yeah. Ilana, what would we do without you? And Kate said ants. Look at that. All right, yeah, okay. I got you. All right, so let's go ahead and find some more people to sit at this thing. We'll get an ant too. We'll find a good picture of an ant in the front view. Or maybe he's a conversationalist and we just oh yeah, copy that. Oh, I love it. I love it. We're gonna get that ant head. Let's find some human bodies. Man at picnic table. He kind of looks like the right kind of guy. He's a little overdressed for a summer barbecue, though. All of these guys look like sad. Oh, not him. He looks like he's having the time of his life with that submarine sandwich. Oh my god, this is an actual, like, photo shoot for stock imagery. Portrait of a smiling, young, muscular man sitting shirtless in the park. Yeah, I don't think we're going to use that one. Motorized floating picnic table. That sounds like a news story, too. I wonder if we're going to find one. This is some good music for finding a weird picture, too. There he is again. Let's see. Lady picnic table. Maybe we'll get something like that. Man-eating burger. You just have to, like, fix your, you have to, not fix, but, like, evaluate how you're searching for things. This is a really good exercise for, like, understanding Google's approach to showing imagery and stuff. They're also intent on eating. Let's see. I kind of like this guy. We're only using their body. That doesn't sound right. Oh yeah, this is the one. Copy. Hello. and he's positioned beautifully. Let's select the subject. Sorry for all that, you guys. We kind of went on a Google detour right there. It only took about a few minutes, and we'll probably do it again often. But that's just the nature of the game, and we're here for it. Let's go ahead and snag this beer out of his hand as well. Get rid of the rest. We copy and we paste and we get rid of the background. Oh no, we can't get rid of some of this though. And what we're gonna do is make a mask here. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna paint in what feels right. So, get our handy dandy brush here. Turn on the tablet itself and start coming back in and painting some of this man back in. You can zoom in even and just get rid of some of this. I like this picture a lot. And of course, we have to get rid of his head. Sorry, dude. But you're becoming a snail. Vini, Vidi, Vici. And here comes the snail. How fun is this? Let's go ahead and grab our subject here. I don't think it's gonna do it. And it did! Alright! Far out. Okay. We're gonna zoom in and we're gonna invert, delete, and we're almost there with this guy. He does need to have a neck. You can't get by without that. So how are we gonna do it, Richie? We're gonna duplicate. We're going to make bigger and start erasing parts of it. Namely, ooh, not like that though. Hello. And then this goes right underneath that layer. And we need to do some other stuff here, but maybe that'll be some detail that I take care of after y'all have gone. Blend that in just a touch. Thanks for the snail suggestion, by the way, Ilana. That was fantastic. I feel like all of this guy needs to be just a tiny bit smaller. He's out of proportion, but now we got him. Alright, now, we need to get our ant in there. So, lady at picnic, or lady at table. I don't like taking the first one, but that's pretty spot on for what I need. Let's go ahead and copy that in. And we paste her. Oh, come on, where are you, lady? I'm searching for a lady. There you are. Oh, and it's big watermark, so I don't really want to use that. Yeah. Well, you know, we gotta have a lot of different types of people here. A snail enjoying a burger, a smelt grilling something. Yet to be known, yet to be known. Lady at table eating, perhaps. We just do a little scroll action. You know, we don't need the full body, but... Alright, sorry, we don't need the head. But the body would be useful. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I was searching for. Grr. Oh, that's Lavisa, okay. Well, welcome. I'm so glad that you're with us, as well as Ilana and 4 other people. Welcome. That looks useful. Copy that. Food festival. Maybe that'll be more useful. Maybe not as useful as I thought it would be. Let's see. Summerfest isn't a food festival, but there's a lot of people eating at them. Before I forget, I want to paste that in. And we'll leave that later. Oh. Not what I wanted, not what I wanted. Okay. Well, before I lose all my patience looking for that, let's just work on this right here that I copy-pasted in. We're going to go ahead and do that, bring that up to the front, filter, select, subject. Must have been an art installation or something. We'll go ahead and do that, and you can see where I'm going with this. I didn't think we would get something so, like, explicitly perfect, but... Little girl eating. Yeah, maybe. I'll give that a shot. Ooh. And we go ahead, make sure we have the actual whole hand. And there's no reason why we can't do this stuff as well as the hair. And copy and paste. Bye. It's almost a little too perfect. Let's put that in the foreground over here. And let's find that person eating from behind. Person eating from behind. I don't know why that gave us the perfect image, but it did for what we were looking for previously. And let's go ahead and get ourselves the subject once more. It's going to be hard to isolate the hair, but remember, we don't have to do that because we're changing the hair out for an ant. So long, my hungry friend. Replacing you. Yes. It's a shame, but you know, just the way the cookie crumbles. Goodbye. Where's our aunt? There's our aunt. Hello, aunt. Let's go ahead and get that in there. Oh boy. Well, let's see who we have. We have Lisa, we have Katie S, we have Ilana. If I didn't call your name, go ahead and feel free to put a thumbs up in the chat. Oh, you know what? We're gonna come around and do some of this. Get the rest of that ant's head before we go for the antennae. They're a little ancillary. I'm horrible. And we can terminate them, of course. No one's paying attention to me, so. Or I shouldn't say no one, but no one's paying attention to us. We're paying plenty of attention. Oh, and we just kind of come in here haphazardly with our lasso tool. It's a polygonal lasso tool for those of you that are keeping up at home. If you're following along. We're going to copy and paste. We're going to get rid of the background layer. There's our ant head. Hello. I had never noticed how like glossy yet rough their eyeballs were. And this is going to be a masking challenge, but we can totally do this. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have it right up here, and I don't actually know if we need to mask anything out, but she does need a neck, right? So why don't we go ahead and do the same technique by whoop and a little bit of whoop. Oh, we didn't even copy and paste. What am I doing, kids? All right, so copy, paste, upsy daisy. Yes, neck. And we're going to go ahead with our eraser once we bring that down. Ooh, down even further, so we know where we're going with this one. And up one layer, not quite. So what we have to do is come in here very delicately, very, very delicately. Make sure that we're not getting rid of the hand. Of course we are. Let's go out here and make a quick mask so that we can get stuff back if we need to. Should have done that first, but P for paint, down we go, and not my favorite way of doing this, but it is a way. Oh, come on, there we are. Changing the hardness there. And we paint the hand back in, and we can probably get some of this shirt back in as well. I don't even know why I'm doing it with the mouse. That's pretty okay. No, it ain't. There we are. That's way better. Alright, so we have an ant eating. We're gonna group all this together, by the way. Group that. Same thing with Mr. Snail Hamburger Man. he's got to get grouped together. That's looking okay. We're gonna erase some of this down here, although it is kind of funny. And we're gonna need a background, so I'm thinking maybe someone in the chat can give me a background. Background, anyone? Anything, any texture. It could be anything. If we have to, we get more mushrooms. We can get something at this scale. It doesn't really matter. You guys pick. Also, while you guys think on that, I'm gonna do some more blocking out. Ooh, Twilight Zone. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. There you are. I don't know how I'm keeping all this straight without layers, like layer names. So let's go ahead and find out what Twilight Zone actually looks like according to Google. Twilight Zone. Yeah, I'm enjoying some of this back here. That's what I want. I like that a lot. I also enjoy this. We might end up using that. But we're gonna go ahead and copy that. I'm okay with that. And we're just going to use this as a basis for some of our stuff here. It's not going to be the full thing. Woo! Go back. Yeah, just like so. And we got to blur that. Blur. Gaussian blur. I said Gaussian blur. Come on. Blur. Gaussian blur. Aha! Because we just need to make that look a little less clumpy. Something like so. We can duplicate it as well, and when we duplicate it, we can put a screen on it. Dodge? No. It's got to be a soft light, perhaps a hard light. Yeah, that makes it a little bit better, and we can duplicate that once more. I said duplicate that once more, and now we're getting really good. We're going to merge those layers together. And wasn't there one where it looked like a town, but outside of the borders was a void? Oh, it beats me. I don't know. Let's go ahead and get some wood chips on the ground just to kind of ground us. Wood chips. Everyone wants to show their wood chips from a top-down angle. That's not what we're going for here. We're going for one of these. Oh my goodness, I love it. Copy that image and paste it right in. We might have to flip it. Oh boy, goodbye. There we are. Flip. Little flippy flip. Oh, are you thinking of the humans in the alien dollhouse? Says Ilana. Ilana Ilyich. What we need to do is put a little bit of a mask on here as well, so we can get it back if needed. Boop. Just like so. I should probably dock this where I can see it, but nah. And with that, we'll get a gradient going. I said a gradient. There we are. And down we go. Uh-oh. We want that on our wood chip layer. And down we go. It's okay, kids. I mess up often. Doesn't stop me from making art. And let's get some luscious trees and like leaves, I think. Just a nice background. Forest leaves. Maybe not ivy. Well, that's almost exactly what I wanted. That's okay. You don't get everything. That's too bad. I like this decomposing thing, but we're going for summertime, so summertime it is. The way things are creepy in the summer. Oh, look at that. Oh, ooh. We're gonna go with that. Copy that. And we're just gonna see how we can layer these things together. Up nice and big. And you're probably like, Richie, but what about the... Yeah, I know, it's still there, it's still there. We're gonna mess around, it's gonna be awesome. Stop over in a quiet town. What happens if we duplicate that a couple of times? Where's my multiply? And we gotta multiply that too. And then this is the point where we're getting close to the end. We're 15 minutes from it, so I think at this point I'm just gonna hang out and chat with all of you. Oh yeah, listen, Lavisa, I've just been going crazy with like the design side of Photoshop for a little while. There is seldom something that I don't know about. Like, if there's something to be done with a piece, I know that I can do it. We got to get some shadows in here. We're missing legs. That's something that I can block in later, or I can just do it now. Let's see, how are we doing here? We're looking a little disjointed. There's a lot of things going on here, so let's try to consolidate it all. Let's see, Mr. Fish here. He needs to get a little bit of work done. So we're going to duplicate. Actually, we're going to mess with his curves. Ooh, girl, I like your curves. Katie S., I feel like I'm missing some of you. Oh yeah, okay. She recommended that it was stop over in a quiet town. Of course. This lady needs a little bit of work too, but we'll get that later. It's not very evident what's going on because these wood chips are so damn saturated. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna mess with that. That's the other thing. Like when we've been doing this for a little while, you can kind of pick out why there's so much noise, why there's so much chaos in your piece. Sometimes it just takes like one or two tweaks to make it right. In fact, like I know right now I could change the orange on her shirt to be a little bit different to make things better. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find those yellows and just change the hue. Oh, I kind of like that green. As long as we take it down a notch. Ooh, but no, because then it's conflicting with this mushroom, and we need to keep the realism of it. So what if we just kind of do a little bit of that? Make the yellows nice and dark. Yeah. The Little Boy Anthony episode is It's a Good Life. And one thing that we can absolutely do is paint in some shadows here. So let's go ahead and find our different dudes here. We're going to, create a new layer, drag it right underneath, and just paint some shadows, because who doesn't love a good good crop of shadows? So we have something like that. Change the opacity on it, and blur the devil out of it. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. 37.4 is kind of rough, so we're gonna go on up to, for the scale we're working at, 9, and we're gonna duplicate what we just had. Merge those two and blur once more. And that's looking interesting. It's good for an hour's worth of work. Same thing with what we're doing under here. What we have to do is find ourselves this. We're going to duplicate that real quick and have a multiply just to up the contrast on it a bit. Maybe not multiply. Maybe we find something else that works. Pin light. Alright, it will be a multiply, but it won't be at full opacity. And we'll merge those two. We don't need all of these copies of things, by the way. Thanks, Kate. Yeah, thanks. Let's see, what else do we have doubles of? That as well. Merge the two. Ooh, can't do that though. Peeking above. Okay, yeah. That's a double. Merge those two. This is kind of wild. I'm glad we did the way we did. This can come down a little bit, and we can make them bigger. Draw some focus. I actually kind of like them back over here to break up the line of this mushroom. But if that's the case, we do have to change the color of his shirt. So let's find them reds, and kind of enjoy that. Kind of makes his skin look fishy. Oh boy. And then after that we can put some fun things on top. So let's get some J.J. Abrams lens flare. Woo! Alright, lens flare. Something like schwa. We can copy that in. And paste. And whoop. What? Why? It's because it does really wicked cool things when you put it on top of everything. Did I mean to do that? Absolutely not. It's super trippy though. How cool is that? Oh my goodness. That like changed everything. I think I'm gonna keep that. But do some clever masking with the rest of this. So, yeah, let's do some of that. Alright, so with this, why don't we go ahead and duplicate first? I thought that would happen. Yeah, okay. So now we're getting some really cool things going on here. And if we take some of this first one out, we're losing a bit of it. Alright, now what happens if we start painting on our maps here? Or our masks, rather. So we're going to do some of this. I'm going to make sure that our mushrooms try to maintain some integrity. You have to maintain the integrity of your mushrooms. There's just no bones about that. Yeah, a little bit of... And get some of that back in there. And what I want to do is keep as much of our dudes back there as possible. So we have this guy right here, so if we can... I wonder if this works the way I think it does. You can merge them if it doesn't. Control... Oh yeah. There it does. Okay. And then we can paint right over it. Right, like so. Do it again. Look at that. Oh my goodness. How good. How exciting. And if we merge these guys, alt-click, we get him too. Oh yeah! You ever see a guy so excited about his snails? We're gonna get her too. Control click her. Not like that though. How are we doing on time? 4 minutes. Not bad. Not bad at all. And let's get Mr. Smelt. Why not? And I think after we do that, we'll be ready to sign. Let's see if we can put some of that back in. That's very tricky. We'll blend his face back in. Alright, I think this is doing pretty good. Let's see. We do some of that, some of this. Whoa. Oh, that's why. Alright, very cool. I think this is a piece. It certainly is. What we're gonna do is make one of those, add some noise, add noise about 1.5 to make it kind of cohesive. When you zoom in, yeah, and my signature's somewhere. I'll sign it later. Actually. Let's bring a signature in right now. Come on, you can do it. I guess I don't have... Oh, I have one right here. Aha! Of course it can't be that color. And it can't be that big either. I have to say thank you as well. Y'all have been fantastic. I'm going to duplicate that real quick. Drop it down. Drop it up, rather. And we're just going to change the color on that one. Colorize. Take it color down just a touch. Saturation way up. And let's go with like a nice bright yellow. And this has been fantastic. You guys, this was not possible without anyone except all of y'all. We had such a fun time today. Do keep in mind that we have so much to offer as Interrobang Theatre Company, as well as through our Fundraiser's silent auction. And if you give me just a second, I will go ahead and show you exactly what's up for auction in my Chicago Lover package. So just one moment. I'm going to come right back in here. There is details, sizing, windy shoulders, and we'll just come right in with the big one. So this is the post that's up. It is called Windy Shoulders. You can get the 16 by 12 version of it. Voila. And we have all sorts of things, including personal photography of mine of all of these architectural skyline fixtures, as well as some Chicago favorites like a bottle of Malort, Sue the T-Rex, Benny the Bull. Of course, we have the statue in front of the Shed Aquarium, and then the Picasso as well as the lions. We've got the Blue Angels flying in the background, and it wouldn't be Chicago without Sven Gulli as well. So, yeah, it could be yours if you win the bid. Like I said, it's 16 by 12, and if you have space for it in your place, Interrobang sure would enjoy your bid as much as you will enjoy this fantastic print. With that, I think I have to call it quits for the night. Y'all have been fantastic. Like I said, this is just one fun thing that we do, the folks at Interrobang. We're so multifaceted and so well-roundedly talented that every production that we do has this kind of flair, or maybe not this type of flair, but has some flair and some capable hands to make it a wonderful, wonderful production. So, with that, I have to sign off. All of you have been fantastic. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.